live service, we're gonna give... not really bought by all of that. But it's quite clear that this is a higher issue than just the developers. This is quite clear this comes down from a large part to Activision. Because essentially what, if we were to read between the lines, what the dev said was, we had to try and make 2 games with a team for 1 team, with the people for 1 team. And essentially what we ended up getting was half of 2 games. We didn't get 1 game, we got half of 2. We got a half-baked PvP with a lot of features missing that we would expect that other games are getting. Other games like Valor released later than Overwatch I've already gotten. And we've got a half-baked PvE where, how does this in any way rival to an actually fully fledged PvE game? It almost certainly will not. So we got this like half and half, and we were kind of like left as a guy with rage and not sure where to direct it, because the obvious answer is to point the finger at Team 4, but they're obviously not idiots. They've been handed they've been given a bad hand too, where clearly they need more developers and for whatever reason they won't get it. So how do we categorize this? There's no way to categorize it other than a complete and utter failure and incompetence. It's incompetence. Like something went badly wrong, and it cannot be justified any way other than that. And my one question that I left, and I'm gonna take it over to, I'll take it to Flats, it's spoken a while, but like, one question I was left with, just listening to all that, I was like, well, what were we doing, fellas? Like, what were we doing with our time? This whole thing.
Well, you have done it, adventurer. You killed the leaders of the Druids of the Fang. My dreams are now free of their wicked faces, and you have helped save the Barons from a cursed future. I thank you, adventurer. I thank you for myself, for the Druids of Thunderblood, and for the land.
Fala sent you to me. Well, let's see that shard that you say she was so hesitant to talk about. Oh, I didn't. Well, adventurer, thank you for delivering this to me. It isn't wise to speak of things such as this, though, I advise you. These are matters that you should not concern yourself with. Let's just say that things in the Emerald Dream are not as we thought. Perhaps in the future, our paths
No, you're entirely right. There's actually things that I think a lot of people argue might have been actually better systems in Overwatch 1. One of the big...
has one been managed so badly and fucked up so badly that it would destroy the integrity of one of the best games ever made into essentially a joke amongst the gaming community. And of course, like, you know, we have to try and be fair, and I do think, as Sam said, like, you know, shout out to Jared for kind of just being candid, because, you know, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of all their communication, but at least they were upfront about it. I wasn't a huge fan of that article as well, and some of the stuff they said, as Flats pointed out. A lot of it was just like when you're padding an essay that's due and you need to have 1,000 words, it's just repeating the same few phrases about, like, it's not a monolith anymore, guys. We're live service, we want to give it... I'm not really bought by all of that. But it's quite clear that this is a higher issue than just the developers. This is quite clear this comes down from a large part to Activision. Because essentially what, if we were to read between the lines, what the dev said was, look, in the end of the day, we had to try and make 2 games with a team for 1 team, with the people for 1 team. And essentially what we ended up getting was half of 2 games. We didn't get 1 game, we got half of 2. We got a half-baked PvP with a lot of features missing that we would expect that other games are getting. Other games like Valor released later than Overwatch I've already gotten. And we've got a half-baked PvE where... how does this in any way rival to an actually fully fledged PvE game? It almost certainly will not. So you got this like half and half, and you're kind of like left as a guy with rage and not sure where to direct it, because the obvious answer is to point the finger at Team 4, but they're obviously not idiots. They've been handed they've been given a bad hand too, where clearly they need more developers and for whatever reason they won't get it. So how do we categorize this? There's no way to categorize it other than a complete and utter, like, failure and incompetence. It's incompetence. Like, something went badly wrong, and it cannot be justified any way other than that. And my one question that I left, and I'm gonna take it over to, I'll take it to Flats, he hasn't spoken in a while, but like, the one question I was left with, just listening to all that, I was like, well, what were we doing, fellas? Like, what were we doing with our time? This whole thing, the acceptance from the whole community came from this deep down fundamental understanding It's all for the PvE, guys. We stopped for the PvE. And now they're like, well, the PvE isn't there too. We scrapped that too. So I'm left with the question of like, what were we doing? Flats? Any idea?
Sam was raising his hand. I think Sam wants to go crazy.
Oh, Sam wants to go in?
I just wanted to add on to something that Flats said before we move on. Flats, you said you were talking about like the Overwatch 2 transition. Let's not forget, we lost features going into Overwatch 2. We like lost the workshop for a while. We lost LFG. Like it wasn't just, oh, we're upgrading to a new game. We lost stuff because of how the engine works. So we went backwards in some aspects too. So you can go ahead, Flats, but I just want to make that note because it's important to acknowledge that too.
No, you're entirely right. There's actually things that I think a lot of people argue might have been actually better systems in Overwatch 1. One of the big talking points is probably the rank system. The rank system just feels weird. There's like, it's basically catered to not make you feel sad when you lose games, but at the cost of feeling good by winning games. I don't even like when I win anymore. If anything, I like more when I lose because it pisses me off and makes me want to play another game to get that back. Like that's not good. That's really bad. Like my incentive to play is driven by losing so that I just want to get that one back. Like I feel like that's real bad. I don't know. There's not even like forget it. I don't want to rant on that. We can do that another day. But yeah, it feels like we've lost a lot. I think this was a big buildup for a lot of people. And like, if you look at the Twitch category for Overwatch, maybe not today, but like, you know, recently, it's right back to what Overwatch 1 numbers were. YouTube's sometimes a little bit still higher on certain ends, but realistically, it feels in a lot of ways we've kind of slipped back into what we saw like 2020 Overwatch. So I'm not saying player numbers are going to line up with content numbers, but they are somewhat related to the point where like if the player base is that big, you can see a very small percentage will translate to people that watch some form of content, whether it's TikTok, whether it's you know, YouTube videos, whether it's streams, whatever it is. And it feels in a lot of ways where it's kind of regressed back, which is normal. Like we're in the middle of the season. However, though, I wonder though how many of those people that, you know, of that 1.4 million that were watching when Overwatch 2 beta came out, like people forget like how crazy high, like people thought Overwatch 2's first beta was going to be like, that was it, like everything, here it comes, you know, and now those people will never see it. Those people that were really excited and were waiting for this time that play other games, they play Destiny, they play Fortnite, they play, you know, Sea of Thieves, whatever it is, that like they've kept Overwatch in the back of their minds for the last few years and be like, hey, like I don't really play that game because its PvP is kind of dog shit, but I really do look forward to playing some PvE and playing the replayability, you know, play with my friends, learn the story. I think it's gonna be a good time. That's gone now. It's robbed from them. And you know, in some ways you got to think why, and I'm sure there was a sunk cost with deciding to ditch PvE. I think it would cost too much money. Like I said, they were trying to make 2 games at once and they didn't have a dev team the size that they needed. You could argue that they should have kept expanding, but they'd already expanded a bunch in the last, you know, year or two. They probably needed to double it again. Because I think they almost doubled their team size in like a year or so. They'd probably need to double it again to get close. I think I was asking what Destiny has. Destiny has like either like 600 or 800 developers.
Here are the top 3 easiest heroes to play in Overwatch. Number 3, Reaper. Overall, his character is just very easy to grasp with his ult, his abilities, and his shotguns, just an easy character to pick up. Number 2, Soldier 76. Again, just an easy DPS character to pick up, and his ult literally gives you aimbot. Number 1, Mercy. A very crucial character, don't get me wrong, but very easy to play and very easy to master. Here are the top 3 easiest heroes to play in Overwatch.
Here are the top 3 heroes for beginners in Overwatch 2. Firstly, we have Reinhardt. His massive shield and easy to use abilities make him good to use while you get used to the game. Secondly, we have Bastion. His ability to do massive amounts of damage to the enemy definitely make it easier to get a lot of kills. Lastly, we have Mercy. She can heal, damage boost, and resurrect teammates.
Okay, easiest hero to rank up in bronze to gold with DPS. I mean, Reaper is just the easiest DPS in my humble opinion. And he's also really good at getting done. And in bronze to gold, Reaper's ult is actually like S tier, man. I don't know what it is about Reaper ult, but low rank players, they're like magnetized to it. Plat to Diamond, Sojourn. In Plat to Diamond, you should have at least semi-decent aim. Play Sojourn and press Q. Masters to GM, also Sojourn, but real gamers play Tracer. Like, I'm on Tracer right now, which is a coincidence, but okay, I missed that pulse bomb. Every like top 5 DPS knows how to play a good Tracer because Tracer is such high skill ceiling. Like she has the lowest health in the game. She has a great mobility, good damage. Okay, easiest hero to rank up in bronze. What do you think is the easiest and the hardest role right now? That is a tough question. Originally, I thought it was support, right? However, I think I'm gonna have to take that back. If you just play the game as support right now, you are going to rank up. And DPS have the most impact. DPS mains are having a great time right now, honestly, dude. I mean, the DPS is definitely the most impactful role right now. The hardest role right now, tank. I know Hog exists. Trust me, I know he exists. I think support is easier now than how it was in season 1. Is support so easy? I mean, it's definitely easier than DPS. Like, you don't have to aim if you play Mercy. No matter what the DPS hero you play, you kind of have to aim a little bit. But I think if you're a good Mercy, you will rank up because Mercy's just so good right now. Half your job as support right now is picking Mercy or Kiriko. That's literally your job. If you're picking Moira, you're not doing your job and you're making the game harder for yourself and for your team. What do you think is the easiest and the hardest role right now? That is a tough question. Originally, I thought it was support, right? However, I think I'm gonna have to take that back. If you just play the game as support right now, you are going to rank up. And DPS,
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is CarQ. Welcome to the CarChives, the CarQ Archives YouTube channel, which is my second channel. Last week, I did a video called Ranking Easy to Hard Heroes in the Game for Beginners, which was mostly addressing something called skill floor, where if you picked a hero, you would immediately get value because they have a pretty low floor to extract value. However, this tier list is going to be something about...
Demon's more powerful? It'll cost you, but you've come to the right place.
Yeah, I was live earlier. And then I got off for a few hours, went to the gym, hung out with some friends.
I'm LVL 21, I think.
Well, I am 20. And I'm getting new spells. Oh, here's one. Torment rank 2.
What do I do next?
Well, you need to get to 22. You know, just follow your leveling guide and get to 22. Have you already done WC and all the quests?
Yeah.
Same. So now your goal is to get to 22, do all the pre-quest for SFK, and you'll do SFK at 22. Torment rank 2, baby. Alright. Let's see, we went to the auction house. We're ready to finish our quest. We finished watching this video though.
Skill ceiling. What is skill ceiling? Skill ceiling is basically where a hero has, like, you know, a high ceiling to its skill cap. So the more skilled you are at the hero, the more value you can extract. So I can use last week's example with Lucio, a low skill floor. So he's actually pretty easy to pick up because you just have an aura. It does it for you. The high skill ceiling.
You know what a skill ceiling is.
Quite difficult for Lucio because once you master his incredibly difficult movement and learning how to lead your shots with the primary fire, the boop, he becomes an altogether different hero at the highest level. So that's basically what this video is going to be about. So
I'm just getting his take on the highest skill ceiling heroes and the lowest skill ceiling heroes and low skill floor and all that shit.
Let us begin with
Kark
Diva.
Live RN.
I'm gonna put Diva in challenging. Now, like, you can easily tell between a good and bad Diva. The more skilled they are, they know how to manage their matrix a little more. I would argue she's a little bit easier and has a lower ceiling than she did in Overwatch 1, strictly because the matrix is way more forgiving. You really had to resource manage that in Overwatch 1. The hardest part about her now is deciding when to engage, when to disengage, how to like dive or peel, deciding between the playstyles, decent tracking, decent all-in mechanics, and then holding out matrix for important stuff like keeping track of the cooldown. So I would still say she's challenging because it's very easy to feed with her if you don't know what you're doing, and for that reason she's in the orange challenging tier. Doomfist. Right away, Doomfist was rated F tier in season 1 of Overwatch 2, but realistically,
Who's your
like, if we're
fave to
talking
play?
strictly about skill ceiling, he is incredibly hard to master.
Who's my faves to play?
This is the type of hero where each week, if
I don't really have a favorite.
feels like Doom mains true.
I don't one trick, so
Tank Fist Doom mains are discovering new techs and new ways to maneuver.
I'm old, so like I don't like doing like hard shit in gaming. I game for fun, so I just choose whatever's the least.
Nicely
It's gonna
done.
give me the
I'm
best,
sure you struck fear into the surviving
Yeah, me
Sentinels
too.
adventure.
The best
If they
results,
have sense, they'll now
the
calm
fastest, the
themselves and
easiest.
stop their advances.
That makes sense.
But I don't think they will, and that is unfortunate. Unfortunate for them. Very good.
Wait,
You
I have
must
new
really
skills.
stirred up those centaur. Our guards spotted
I
activity
have-
down near the stagnant oasis, which was probably you. You should be
have
proud of your
demon
deed,
armor
adventurer.
now.
There is
Okay.
much bravery in you.
What else do I have
Ezreal
this now?
Bloodmark is the
I have
leader of
health
the
funnel
Kolkar
rank
centaurs
2.
in the Barrens.
Okay. I have
He is
ritual
fierce,
summoning.
brutal,
Okay.
and cunning. Defeating
I
him would disrupt and
have-
fracture the Kolkars, greatly
I
reducing
got
their threat to
Amplify
us.
Curse on
So
my
kill him,
shit.
as with Barak and
Actually, what I
Verog
need to
bring
do-
Ezreal's head. He leads his people from the Lushwater Oasis to the south.
We're like exact same level.
Spell cooldown. Amplify curse. Show timer. So fucking annoying. Slash macro. Life tap. Show tooltip. Slash cast life tap. Got my shit. Alright, so now we go into fell concentration. Max that bitch out.
Have you done WC?
Yeah, of course. Did it earlier. Got crescent staff, got my Talbar mantle. What else did I get? I got my sizzle stick. It was very agonizing. I had two really dog shit groups. But I got it done. I've been playing with
Why is
some real
all your stuff glow green?
It's an add-on. Extra character stats or whatever it's called is the name of the add-on.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
maneuver around him. It's most heroes that are going to be up here are ones with difficult movement mechanics or require like really high skill to extract the max value. Doomfist is one of those. Not only is he not great right now after the slow nerfs to his slam, to make sure you get max value right now. Oh man, I watched like Zebra's Doomfist montage. He's very good at using the animation cancel, the ability cancel, where you slam block cancel in order to cut the animation and punch him off the map. You need to know where all the health packs are and how the movement works on this hero to make him effective. Then you also have to have decent tracking because you have to flick. After you do your punch, you have to know where they end up so you can primary fire them, know when to block, vertical slam, slow slam, horizontal slam.
Why did you do WC twice?
Enough said. This guy is
I had no
incredibly
choice
hard to master.
if I wanted to complete my quest.
There's obviously
I didn't find all the deviant hides, and my group sucked.
Slowly like tapers off, diminishing returns. But Doomfist is one of those where like I swear in 2 years we're gonna find new Doom techs. Junker Queen, I'm gonna put her on hard.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say Junker Queen is necessarily hard to master. The most difficult part about her kit is landing that knife, Gracie, and learning your spacing to be effective with your shotgun. The shout is easy, but just it's most definitely the spacing and getting the knife in correctly. Actually, upon further review, maybe after saying that out loud, she might be a bit more on the medium side. It's actually just the knife. That's about it. That's the highest skill representation. That's the one thing you can keep on improving over time. Orisa, same thing, medium. Some people would argue hard because she has a lot of abilities, but generally speaking, they're not hard to do. You can't get better at using Fortify. Like, it's just a single button. You don't have to aim it. The ultimate is kind of like you just press it and you just hold it. Even the javelin, the spin, you kind of just walk with it, right? The hardest part about her, similar to Junker Queen, is aiming that javelin throw, and then hers was throwing the knife, and then hers was also aiming with her shotguns. And with Orisa's, she has
I'm really getting tired of these mobs resisting my spells.
You need to pause once in a while, but you gotta just hold the button down. I
really
don't
cringe.
feel like she's like that difficult or challenging to master for those reasons, so that's why I have her on medium. Reinhardt, I also argue between hard and medium as well. The more skilled, like there's only so much you can do with the swings.
OMG, yesterday when IWS doing the Warlock quest.
You can argue that they can be difficult or challenging.
Oh,
I got griefed so much.
I would say
I need to do my Warlock quest. You just reminded me.
One frame shield block for shatters. I think like Cloudy kind of made popular, but those are just a little.
I'm gonna do that
flashy.
after
Generally
this.
speaking, the hardest part about Ryan is probably aiming the fire strike.
Watch out for
learning how to
Griefers.
use the new curve or turns on the charge. Other than that, the shadow kind of just does it when you click it. The hardest part about him is just the decision making. Which
I'm gonna finish doing this and do that actually. Thanks for reminding me.
In terms of skill representation and mastery of it with the skill ceiling, I'm gonna put him on medium. Roadhog, same thing. One of the easiest
No
tanks
problem.
to play. You arguably could be down here as well under easy. The hardest part about his kit is just learning how to land the hook. Other than that, he's quite the medium based hero to extract the most value on. The better the hog is in the higher levels, it's mostly just the decision making on feeding and stuff. Again, we're kind of like isolating that factor out, so for that reason I'm keeping him on medium. Sigma, I'm gonna put challenging because he has a lot more abilities. He not only has to aim, but he has to have shield and resource management, which is something that these guys don't really have as much as. Maybe a little bit on Orisa on the ammo, but that one's not really as hard as managing your resources with like cycling your shield, managing your shield health, managing when to cycle your suck cooldown, aiming the rock. The rock has like a weird parabolic curve to it. Learning how to space for your primary fire as Sigma can be a little difficult, right? Strictly because like when you notice when people are really up close to you, it's kind of hard to hit your shots, but learning that max range spacing to keep them at the max explosion range is a difficult part. Learning how to bounce the orbs too, or the spheres when needed. I would keep Sigma quite challenging, to be honest with you.
Oh, I love
one
him.
of the more challenging tanks relative to the other ones. Winston, I'm actually gonna put Winston at a very difficult skill mastery or skill ceiling, excuse me. Aiming, like the Tesla cannon primary fire is easy, right? You
Bullshit.
don't really have to aim, it's very forgiving, but almost every other part of his kit is actually incredibly hard. Like with Ryan, you can put up and down the shield. Sigma, you can put it up or down every like 2 seconds or whatever. Matrix, you can hold, but this Winston, if you have a bad bubble, that's not good. You have to be very decisive and firm with your decision on the bubble.
Winston
Every
easy
single
AF.
leap on Winston is difficult. Like or not difficult, but like there's actually
Learn
a million
B-level is
ways
easy.
to do different types of leaps on Winston.
I agree, but I disagree. So Winston, I think, is really good if you're in a coordinated dive, and I think he's easy. But if you're solo queuing and there's no comms, you can die so easily on Winston. It's silly, especially in this meta right now with Junker Queen. Like, I kind of agree with Karq here. Now, granted, this list was made 6 months ago, so obviously the game's different now. But This is just
There's
the
never
fundamentals.
comms for me.
Oh well. All it where Winston shines is diving on their back line, and if you don't have anyone that's coming with you, you kind of just fucking die. You better hurry up and leap back and hope your teammates are gonna save your ass, because if not, you're just gonna die. Any competent player is just gonna turn on and kill you. So, just really depends. I don't think Winston's good in this meta right now, unless you're playing full dive and committed. But Brawl kind of shits on dive, so.
I don't know about meta. But Winston my go-to easy tank.
He's definitely not the easiest tank. I think the easiest tank is Ramattra. You don't have to aim at all in that class. You go in Nemesis form and you just punch the air and everything dies. It's fucking stupid. I also don't think Reinhardt's that hard either. Just put up a shield and wait for somebody to get close to you and whack him.
I don't have Ramattra.
Oh, Ramattra is pretty cake. Ramattra is like a mixture between like Sig and Rhine is how I could describe it. His primary fire is easier than he's just easy. I don't know. He's not hard at all. I don't think he's hard. I think he's a joke. And he's really strong. And if you go in your Nemesis form, if you press your ultimate and you're hitting people, you're literally immortal. You can't die. You do this giant aura poops out of your ass, and it just slows everyone down and it sucks the energy from them, and you just punch the air and everything just dies. You get this giant fucking circle on your screen, and you just gotta like aim in the general area. You don't even have to aim on somebody, just like in the general vicinity, and you just shit on them. It's really dumb.
Is there a difference between Incubus and Succubus?
Yeah, Blizzard is very woke, and Incubus is the male version, and Succubus is the female version. Because Blizzard's all about the trans
Rain
rights
is
and
bis,
shit.
if you know how to use his rocket charge. But DMG wise. Or anything.
It changes every season, and Ryan is not bis right now.
And short leaps, long leaps, line drive leaps, left strafing leaps, right strafing leaps, and Winston's ultimate. Like, I would normally put him on.
You got another
Winston's
viewer.
Primal.
Junker Queen
That wasn't
is...
me.
Yeah. Okay.
I was asking difference between abilities in Succubus or Incubus.
And I answered
Or
you.
is this you pretending to be someone else?
What? What do you mean?
He can see chat, dumbass.
What? What are y'all... What is happening right now? Are you guys good? Yeah, I'm watching both of you type to me. What?
LUL.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what just happened in my chat. I don't know what's going on.
It's too far away. I can't pass that yet.
I need to get my soul shard bag and my succubus. Fuck the incubus.
PogChamp, PogChamp, PogChamp.
How long does it take for this bitch to spawn, man?
It's still recharging. I need a target. I can't gas that yet. I don't have a target.
Oh, I don't have this. I have to turn in this quest to unlock that. Okay. Got it. So this is not even her. This is... Where is that quest at? This is Homeboy. Okay. Got it. All right, let's finish listening to this.
Is what bumps him up to a very difficult
opinion
hero to master. Once you learn how to become a juggle god, it is very difficult to learn how to primal.
What's with
juggle
all the
correctly.
alts?
Plus, he actually has like an
Commitment
aim factor now
issues.
'cause you have to poke with his
Smiley
new
face.
secondary fire. So
Correct.
Winston is in the very difficult category.
But
for
I
me.
committed to
Wrecking
this
Ball
guy.
as well, ultimate mastery. I swear, like every single year.
So here's the thing. I would love to play my gnome warlock, but I can't. I'm at the point now where there's such an inflow of players that are back, and Horde are absolutely fucking shameless and ruthless, and they just don't stop fucking ganking me. And it's never a 1v1 fight. It's always like 5v1. And it's always players that are like 10 levels higher than you. They don't give a fuck. They have no honor whatsoever. So I'm at the part now where I'm in the Shimmering Flats.
You're gonna get ganked doing Warlock quest.
Nah. I mean, maybe, but not on the same level as Horde versus Alliance. Like, not on the same level. Like, I died so much due to griefers and gankers on my gnome. It wasn't even funny. I've never died that much ever. I've been playing this game on and off for over 15 years, and I've the amount of shameless ganking that was going on is just like next fucking level. Plus I actually don't enjoy playing Alliance. I don't like Alliance. I only was playing it because, one, it was something different, and two, I know that Gnome is really, really, really good. However, the more I think about it, I don't think that that's the case. I really think that Orc is by far the best. And it's not undead. It's not, because I'm going to show you guys why here in a second. Why Orc, I think, is by far the best. One, your pets do more damage, which is great for leveling, because you rely on your pet a lot. Two, you have no way of trinketing a stun as a warlock. So something I learned recently, and I didn't know was a thing, PvP trinkets in classic WoW are completely different than retail. And I'm going to show you right now. So if you go to PvP, this is Atlas loot, by the way, and you go to insignias, which are the trinkets. Here's all the Horde trinkets, and it's by class. Let's read them. Warrior. Dispels all immobilizing, slowing, and stun effects. Okay. Gets you out of stuns. Doesn't get you out of fear. Doesn't get you out of sleep or charm effects, though. However, as a warrior, you do have Berserker Rage. So you can get out by that. Let's go down. Hunter. Same thing. Dispels all immobilizing, slowing, and stun effects. Cool. Can't get you out of fear, though. You can't trinket a fear as a hunter. So if you get feared as a hunter, you're fucked. You're sitting that fear until it breaks. Okay. Insignia of this is Rogue. Dispels all charm, fear, and polymorph effects. Okay. That's great and all, and that's cool. Hold on. That's great and cool and all, but you have no way to get out of stuns. at all. So that's another class, that's another race that I feel like Orc is best. What does Orcs have? Let's take a look, boys. There's a little talent right here called Hardiness. It's a little racial. Chance to resist stun effects and increased by an additional 25%. That is huge. You have a chance to just straight up resist a stun. And then if memory serves me correctly, actually no, I think I'm wrong about that. I'm not even going to finish saying what I was thinking on that one. But anyways, in my opinion, this is why Orc is the best, specifically for Warlock and Rogue, because the Warlock trinket is the exact same as the Rogue's. Dispels all charm, fear, and polymorph effects. Well, if I'm an undead, which is what most players play as Warlocks and as Rogues, you already have Will of the Forsaken as undead. You don't need a double trinket of the same thing. What is your biggest weakness as a Warlock? Your biggest weakness as a Warlock is a stun. Well, if I'm playing undead, I have no way to get out of stuns. Zero. Literally zero. That is my number one ultimate weakness as a Warlock, is stuns. So how do we combat that? We play Orc. And we hope that 25% procs more a lot, which apparently it's pretty good. It has a
chopping down trees and burning huge stretches of forest. The spirits of this place
any
are
external stuff like pots.
We must stop the venture
nope,
company.
there's no item in the game that can get you out of stuns besides the trinket.
Will not allow the exploitation of Stone Talon. Show them in the language they best understand.
I just found it.
Voidwalker shield's pretty good.
Voidwalker shield does not get you out of stuns.
Killed most everyone. I killed all I could, but barely escaped with my life. Adventure
and I'm not even 100% sure you can even cast Voidwalker shield while you're stunned. I don't know about that. I haven't tried it to experiment.
But you can't be stunned, right?
You can't. I'm 99.9% sure if I was stunned, I cannot sacrifice this Voidwalker until I'm out of the stun. You can't press anything unless you have a trinket, a trinket that can get you out of that, but you don't get that as a Warlock. You gotta hope that you just don't get stunned, basically.
I used Voidwalker shield beforehand and a rogue sapped me and didn't work.
What didn't work? The stun? You still have a chance to resist stuns on any race. The sap? That doesn't make sense, but that must mean that you got in combat somehow. But yeah.
Yeah, in Warlock Quest. You gotta go to wetlands.
I'm not worried about it. It's 10 times worse as a
Good night, have good stream.
Thanks, man. It's 10 times worse as a gnome Warlock doing your succubus quest. You have to go back and forth between Ashenvale and the Barrens like a few times. And you're just guaranteed to get ganked in Barrens. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts or rhyme. There's no, like, way around it. You're getting ganked. Oh no.
I got ganked by Aliens NPCS2.
Oh no. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't have it.
It's still recharging.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're in same area.
Actually, I think I'm fine completely.
WTF.
Oh, I'm fine. What?
Since Wrecking Ball came out, new techs keep coming out. I just saw
Are
this
these guys great for you?
machine tech from Chasm.
I'm level
who
21.
Who I did a ball tech video with him a while back, but I just saw like a new recent montage on how to do this like ping pong back and forth like consistently, learning the double boop, triple boop, fireball, slam, movement, playing an effective ball with the pile drive and learning the movement off map geometry. Unbelievably hard to play. Zarya, I'm also gonna put on challenging. It's way easier than it is in Overwatch 2 than it is in Overwatch 1 because you get back-to-back bubbles, but you do need to have like decent management of the bubbles. You still need to be like a little bit more selective, and you need to have really good tracking. So like if you're more skilled with tracking and timing your bubbles, you will extract more value, which is why she inherently ranks up like is like higher on this tier list than these tanks, right? And learning how to aim your secondary fires at distance and non-stop poke makes Zarya, in my opinion, quite challenging. So I'm gonna put her here. Movement and mechanics are always gonna inherently bring like all the skill ceiling heroes up on this side, and then hard and under would be the more mechanically easier
When
heroes.
I make my
For that reason,
rogue, I think I'm gonna
put
make
Ashe
him
on
work.
hard. Not necessarily challenging, but she is quite hard. Landing the dynamites, like any sort of aim or hit scan heroes are, like I said, naturally gonna be a bit higher. But Ashe is relatively more straightforward than these heroes, but like, you know, you do have to have good precision aiming, good precise aiming with the dynamites and all that. Bob's not really a hard ultimate to use, but the better you are, the more effective you are for Ashe. Actually, I'm gonna put her on challenging for that reason. Bastion in Overwatch 1, low skill ceiling because you kind of just plant yourself and let the team like work
I think
around
you just
But
like
in
orc.
Overwatch 2, I would actually argue Bastion's a lot harder because you have a
I do like
smaller
orc,
window
but
of opportunity
that's
in that
not why
sentry
I'm playing
form.
orc.
You need to have good tracking, right, to aim in the sentry form, and it's a small window, so your timing it has to be a bit more selective. You have to have some mechanic, learning how to use the tactical grenade to rocket jump, and when you're outside of your sentry form, you actually have to have decent tracking to still extract some value from your team while waiting for your sentry form to go up. With a stray, you do have to like aim quite precisely to do stuff for your team. The ultimate's not too difficult, but way harder than he was in Overwatch.
Alright, what's your easy class?
Cassidy, for the same reason as Ashe, same thing.
It's probably gonna have Torb up there.
Ceiling is like being more precise with the aim. That being said,
What's what?
Magnetic Grenade kind of does the work for him, and the rest of his skill representation comes from cooldown management and learning when to roll effectively. Like you can roll and take that 50% damage reduction you get on roll and stop like Eva bombs from exploding and killing you, or like Twister Pulse Bomb won't kill you if you time it right. Not necessarily like a challenging thing to do to roll it, but he's still like harder than these guys. So I'm gonna put Cassidy on hard.
My
Echo
easy class
inherently
is
an
Reaper.
Ultimate mastery hero. She's flying hero, one of like the 2 or 3 flying heroes in the game if you count Mercy. Although Mercy kind of needs someone else to consistently fly. But learning
Yeah,
like
I think
all the axes
Echo
and
is...
angles from the sky to play your like map geometry correct and not get
I think
beamed
Echo's
down.
hard.
And then the fact that your ultimate inherently means you can duplicate any hero makes it so that you need to kind of master everyone, and that kind of since it encapsulates everybody.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna put Echo in the ultimate mastery. It's also one of the reasons why she's not very common in generally speaking. She's very, very hard to master. Even learning how to like fly in with your spacing and like get the execute beam. It's like the beam's pretty short now, 15 meters. Playing the whole airspace.
Brick is so
correctly to
annoying.
feet, getting into the beam, getting out, duplicating at the right
I
time.
need to
the
learn
iframe,
Brig.
certain
She's really good right now,
I
but
honestly
like
think she's very hard to master.
she doesn't seem
high
fun.
skill ceiling. Genji, you can tell when the Genji has godlike mechanics. Like there is some stuff with like ghost dashing, which is a little flashy. You don't need to do that kind of stuff, but easily a very difficult hero because of the movement on him, the double jumps, wall climbs. He not only has to aim. The secondary fire shurikens are a little easier, but the primary fire is 3 projectiles, which you have to lead correctly, whether you space them out or you lead them. They're hard to hit projectiles. learning when to commit to dash, learning how to swift step dash to like, you know, play around movement. Wall
Bro,
climb,
where
like,
is
all
this
that fun
fucking?
stuff
Oh,
makes
I
it very
killed them
difficult
all.
hero
I'm
to
done.
play. So I'm gonna put him up here. Hanzo, way harder than Cassidy. Quite a challenging hero to play because he's projectile based. Storm Arrow kind of dumbs him down. Same with Dragon
Look at all the
Strike.
tanks
This is a
fucking in
long
medium,
range sniper,
besides,
and it's like very obvious when Hanzo's not doing well. He's like honestly quite
Like
challenging to like be consistent, especially.
I agree with it.
That's why it's
So
very
far.
obvious that like the more skilled you are, the more value you extract on this guy. Junkrat. Some would argue medium, but I think the more skilled you are, when I look at players like Aquamarine or other like really strong Junkrat
hard to
players,
land.
they don't just like sit there in one spot and spam. He has a low skill floor, like I said in the other tier list, because you
He
can
has
pick him
a
and like
semi-high
instantly
skill
hit some people in
ceiling.
those ranks. But the higher skilled you get, you'll notice these Junkrat players learn to hit projectile air shots. They can play into counters like Pharah pretty well.
Yeah.
Learning how to mine jump and like snipe, like hit an air shot with the projectile with the mine follow up right at the end. A lot harder than
I've done that
people,
once.
Give him credit for. I would say he's like less precise because you kind of just have to aim the
I can do that.
general direction with the primary fire into like a mine cancel to burst.
Can't do it every time, I bet.
Easier than like being consistent on Hanzo, but he's definitely not like easier.
What?
I would actually put Junkrat on hard.
I bet you can't hit a Pharah with a concussion mine. Like the one-shot combo, I bet you $100 you can't do that every single time without fail. On a Pharah or any kind of flying character Echo.
May icicles
50%.
little difficult.
50%? No shot. You'd be like a GM player. Are you a GM player?
Learning how to get good wall value and hitting the icicles are the hardest part of her. Her primary fire is actually quite easy. Like the more skilled you are, not like the primary fire changes too much. If you're in range, you're in range. It's like you just slow them and you're just constantly DPSing. Hardest part seriously is the wall and the projectile. But like it's not as important on May to hit the projectiles like Hanzo, which is why she's down here, because like that's only like half her kit. The other value of her kit is like ice blocking, drawing attention, walling people off, getting in range of her primary fire, which is easy. Her ultimate's quite easy as well. Maybe hard wasn't the right word, like right in the middle of the pack. Farah. I've always been a believer that like she's very difficult, and that's the reason why Yazin's like the only Farah player that can like, you can see he's mastered this hero, and
I think she's got a low skill
very difficult
floor.
to play and master that airspace, but Yazin does it to like perfection. The Saudi Arabian player who has like 10 accounts in top 10 all the time. He's like the only Farah player. Leading those long, slow projectiles, especially if you play Farah from a distance, you have to really know how to use that.
The staying
utilize
flying
that,
is hardest
utilize
part.
Your concussive to change your vectors. The barrage isn't a hard ability, but I don't know. I've always been a
This guy's doing the
believer that,
fucking
like,
escort
she's
quest,
just
man.
so hard to play, so I'm gonna put her there. Reaper. I'm gonna say Reaper gets capped pretty hard. Like it's very impressive with like, you know, Ball and Doom players because they keep getting like
Reaper is easy
more
as fuck.
crazy with
I
the
agree.
text, but like with Reaper, other than TPing and wraithing, you're kind of just shooting your gun, and like anybody with half decent aim can like get that value from him. Like the highest level Reapers is just it's all boils down to decision making. That's like the last factor. There's not too much mechanics to learn on him, so I'm gonna put him on easy. Sojourn, I think the slide is kind of what makes her like more challenging rather than hard. I don't think it's very hard to build up energy and to like land a railgun. I think that's like the most simplest part and most frustrating part of her kit, excuse me. But I'm gonna put her on challenging because learning how to do the slide vertical cancels, learning the max disruptor orb ranges, and learning your matchups, fighting people in your disruptor orb, cutting people off. Target prioritization on her is very important. I think she's quite a challenging hero. Maybe arguably in hard because like you get so much value, but again, that's like the low skill floor kind of debate. I think you can easily tell between a good Sojourn. You can see they're like,
I think Sojourn's semi-hard-ish. You have to have really good aiming.
All that fun stuff with the movement. I would argue she could even be very difficult. Soldier's one of the most basic DPSs, but he does require good tracking to constantly be effective. Good Helix Rocket, and the reason why he's not in medium and he's in hard is because Tactical Visor is the easiest part of his kit, but now the fact that you have to aim for the head during Tactical Visor to extract even more value naturally makes him like a higher skill ceiling hero. Sombra, the tracking is incredibly important after you hack them. If you can consistently, you know, clip supports and clip 200 HP targets with good strafing and deal with those matchups, you will be incredibly powerful on this hero. And it feels like your awareness and like spacing and timing can get even better the more skilled you are. I would argue Sombra's even like actually very difficult. Symmetra. The secondary fire now is really easy to aim because the projectile moves so quick. The primary fire beam, the tracking is kind of like the same argument with Soldier and Zarya, but like it's not as imperative. The biggest part of her skill is learning how to like TP effectively with your team and like play like strong positional areas. She kind of just holds the fort down. If they come to her, that's where she can get the most value. Although there is an argument to be made with like aggressive TP plays. That's like the hard part of her. I mean, if you think about it, you can definitely tell like a good and bad Symmetra. I'm thinking of like in top 500, like the really skilled Symmetras know how to maneuver between the teleporters. Actually, I would actually put her on hard for that reason. I was originally gonna put her on medium, but the more I think about it, there's a lot more stuff at play with her kit. Torbjorn. The hardest part about Torbjorn is aiming his primary fire, but a shotgun, easy. Turret plays itself. His ultimate, you just shoot it on the ground. So he's like a medium-based hero. I would argue like relatively easy too, let's be honest with you. Yeah, the more skilled you are, it's just learning how to aim that projectile, his primary fire Cheeto. Tracer, very difficult. Arguably an ultimate mastery too. Not only is it even more important to have perfect tracking because of her damage nerf in Overwatch 2, but like spacing to learn how to melee, reload at the right time, and the moves, oh my god, like every time, like highest level tracers keep impressing me. You can tell like you need to be ultimately mastered on this hero to like get more value, and like it is so annoying frustrating playing against a perfect tracer that just knows how to dodge everything. The movement is impeccable, the hitbox manipulation actually, the crouch AD strafing as well on top of it. I'm actually going for ultimate mastery. Widowmaker, very difficult as well. Her entire kit revolves around your mechanics, so if you're really skilled on her, you do everything. If you just suck, you do absolutely nothing. Yeah, you just gotta go for the headshots, right? It's her entire identity. The sight lines, how to manage like dealing with dive, and learning how to just be really slippery and playing in the right angles at the right times, and not on top of hitting your shots and applying that pressure. Applying the pressure where it matters. This one's it. Putting in a very difficult. Ana as well. I would say Ana is one of the hardest supports to play. Like a lot of people can extract medium and low to medium value with her just by hitting stuff, nanoing stuff, and nading sometimes. But I might be a bit biased, but I actually think Ana is very difficult once you put everything together.
I agree with that.
I actually think the hardest part about her is not the aim part, but like learning what to prioritize. Target prioritization matters on everybody, but it matters more on her because she can choose between healing or damage. Aim is an important part. Sorry, don't get me wrong, and because you're always like the first one to die, when you get to the supports, a lot of the skill ceiling also matters on the angles you take and your positioning. Baptiste, I think Baptiste's regen burst and lamp doesn't make him as difficult as Ana because regen burst is a simple button press. Lamp is also a simple button press, 2 simple button presses. His hardest mechanic is learning how to like aim his healing consistently. But it's hard when you hit airborne targets. Like if you play with like a D.Va or Winston flying in the distance and trying to hit him with like a arcing projectile.
I feel like May's pretty easy
DPS
too, but
hit scan is pretty straightforward. You need decent tracking, but learning how to hit those is quite challenging. His healing, excuse me, and then learning how to maneuver like the mechanics of shooting and healing. You'll notice like at the higher ranks, most of the Baptistes can do that, and like the highest level of Baptiste just like manage their cooldowns a bit better, and they can extract a little bit more value on learning when to do the DPS healing tempo versus the DPS heal tempo. But that is core. Like you'll never see high level Baptiste just do healing. They're either doing healing and DPS or double DPS with 1 healing. So I'm gonna put Baptiste on challenging. Brig, I'm gonna put her on medium. I think Brig's not like a little bit more complicated than she was in Overwatch 1 because like shield bash is not a stun, and you actually have to learn whether to use the buffed movement distance versus like committing onto to like heal someone or hold your shield up. But like hitting a whip shot does require a little bit of aim, especially at long distance, to maintain your uptime on the path.
RQ is fucking cap.
But she's like
Puts Doomfist in a tier.
Very different.
They keep Shanine it.
RQ is a fucking cap, puts Doomfist in A tier. Well, that's not
Doomfist is RO'd.
This is a RQ ranks highest skill ceiling.
I'm a Doomfist main. There's alliance coming.
This is low skill for
High LVL. Masters 1 at the moment.
Oh, well. That's not what this list is, though. This is what's hard, what's easy to play, not what's actually good and what's bad at the game currently.
Difficult. I think anybody who's played her can agree you need great, like, somewhat decent tracking to...
I know I'm just saying he's capped because he puts Doomfist in a tier when he should be D.
Decent tracking, but the kunais make her really difficult, and honestly learning how to time the Suzus a little bit better.
Well, isn't he like a
like
ex-pro / top 500 player? He's been playing since the beginning of Overwatch 1. And he was on like pro
Yeah,
teams.
but he's wrong about Doomfist, lol. He is really good.
I mean, is that what his tier list is for season 4, mid-season 4 right now? I haven't watched it, so I don't know. I just know that Junker Queen is fucking broken right now. There's always a tank that's broken.
I'm not saying all his takes are bad, just that one. Yeah, Junker Queen is broken as hell.
Yeah, she is. I don't mind though, just because she's been bad for quite a while, so.
improved upon, so like the best Kiriko players can manipulate that. Wall climbing, figuring out flank angles, being better at hitting the headshots consistently. She's all about headshot value, and very easily you can say, yeah, if you're better, you get more value. And learning when to swift step in and out.
I kind of like brawl meta, because you don't really need comms for it necessarily. I feel like you really need comms for like dive. Apparently dive is the most favorite like type of meta according to most Overwatch players. But you for sure need comms. You have to coordinate like your pushes. It's so important.
To commit, to disengage. Same with Lucio. Lucio is also very
difficult. It's just my opinion though, but
makes him a whole new beast of a hero once like you see really good Lucios, right? Forward wall ride back.
What would you say, since you're a Masters player or whatever you said you were, what would you say is like the easiest type to play as a solo player? Dive, brawl, or poke?
Backward wall skimming. If you ever watch like
it can't be
like these, like,
it can't be dive, right? Because
depends on what heroes you mean. BUT dive is the hardest.
Yeah, I think dive is the hardest to like coordinate, right? For obvious reasons.
Yeah, you need a good Genji and Tracer to pop off as Doom. And they have to have good game sense.
Did my bitch die? She fucking died, didn't she?
But I would say poke to answer your question. Easy to position yourself well and then just click heads.
Did she die?
Or what?
Oh no, she lived. Okay. What the hell? She disappeared. That's fucking weird. But
why don't my TTS work?
Question. Easy to position yourself and well then just click. Yeah. But I feel like
there we go.
I feel like I can see your point, but I feel like classes like Reaper it's just like brain dead easy.
Lucio under the map stuff like that is very, very difficult. That's not practical in a game, so
yeah,
I'm
true.
Put Lucio on ultimate mastery, but
and that's obviously not poke.
The wall rides, tempoing, and like peeling correctly with the good timing on the boops. Learning to lead your projectiles to poke nonstop. I've seen some Lucios
that's
with like quite a decent amount of damage by the end of the game because they're just on.
Reaper's a mix of brawl and
but you
dive.
Can be sneaky and creative with Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper's brawl and dive. Correct. He's definitely not poke.
Have prospered from the land. Stone Talon Mountain offers great hunting for us to live
Stop
on.
shooting at the right
Lately,
people
we
at
have
the right
attracted
time.
Mora's gotta be easy, right?
This is
Mora
very
takes
difficult.
like 0
Mercy
skill.
used to be very easy, but I think with the new GA slingshot, she can be bumped up to
Yeah, some heroes don't really fall into these three categories.
Super jump got dumbed down.
It's an
and like
artificial
way easier.
categorization.
Just head north from here and you will see what I'm talking about.
Well, every hero fits into one of the categories at least. Every hero has a category. Yes, it's artificially made up by the community, but there's no other there's not a
But
fourth
they can
category.
be played in so many different ways.
Yeah, it's either
Like
they're in
me.
one category or they're in like two. There's no character that's in all three, if that's what you're meaning. Because that wouldn't make sense. Because then that character would literally be the best character in the game. Right? So. Like, Junker Queen is definitely brawly. She can maybe dive a little bit, but not really. And she's definitely not poke. Like, poke counters her. That's her counter, because you just stay far away from her and shoot her. There's not much she can do. Like, if I was a widow, I would just sit far away as possible and just shoot that bitch.
I got top 500 on Zen and am currently GM on Brick and Mercy. I see and feel a gank coming.
Well, that level...
But I'm going to take a break now cause I only have a laptop.
Oh, nice. Better get on that WoW grind, baby. Yeah, I'm definitely not that good at Overwatch. I feel like I did hit Diamond, the lowest Diamond rank or whatever in Season 1. And then now I can't get out of Bronze. It's really fucking weird. The ranking system's broke. I was playing the other day and I won 5 games in a row and I literally fucking lost rank.
They are broken.
And then I played 10 games in a row, won all 10 games, and didn't rank up at all.
Yeah, it's broken for sure.
I just stayed the same rank.
Always been broken.
So I don't know what's going on with their system, but it's terrible. It's fucking trash. I don't know if it's a collective of like me losing games from in the past or something like that. I don't know how it works. I played with my buddy Chris, and he's really, really bad at the game. He thinks he's good at the game.
It's just never been good.
And we lose every time I play with him. We basically lose all the time, and I really don't care. And he tries to blame it on me, but it's definitely not me. It's usually him most of the time. And whenever I don't play with him, I pretty much win almost all my games. But it doesn't matter. I don't rank up, so I don't know. The ranking system's garbage. I don't think I deserve to be like beyond a diamond. I don't think my skill's beyond that, but I think I could hit at least plat. I think I should. I think I deserve like around that maybe, but I don't know. I could be wrong too about that. I'm definitely not a bronze player or a silver player. I know that, but I'm stuck in those ranks indefinitely. I don't get out of them. I literally don't rank up in the game anymore. After season 1, my rank doesn't go up. It just stays there no matter how much I win. It just does not go up. So I don't know how people rank up in this game. I don't know if I need to make a whole new account, but I don't care enough to give a fuck. So like, I don't think Overwatch is that good of a video game anyways. I think it's a ripoff of Team Fortress 2.
Most important is if you're having fun.
Well, sometimes I have fun.
I liked Overwatch 1 better.
Never played Overwatch 1.
Because I was a DPS Doomfist main.
It didn't look appealing to me. Honestly, the only reason why I even fucked around with Overwatch 2 is because my buddy, I was really bored one day.
Feels terrible to have perfected a character that doesn't exist anymore. WoW 1 was still broken.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about Overwatch 1 about numerous different things, but
WoW 1 was fine in my opinion.
Huh. Well, that's your opinion. A lot of people complained about Overwatch 1. Fundamentally, from a outsider looking in, it sounds like the format is better in Overwatch 2. So what I mean by that is like the 5v5 meta format seems better. So you have 1 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healers or 2 supports. Almost similar to like, you know,
if they wanted
World of
to change
Warcraft.
the shields, they could have made it so only 1 tank can choose a shield tank. Separate the shields and non-shields into different categories. Wow. Trophy, congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Rest Ream chat.
I wonder if I should pick up this quest and
I
just do
preferred
it.
6v6 because there were more maps for it and because it provokes strategy and regrouping versus the constant drip of non-stop fighting. I did too.
I'm just gonna do it. I know it's an elite quest, but as a warlock you can solo this because you're just a god. I'll just fear it over and over. You just gotta kill all the different mobs in the area and you should be fine. Just have your Void Walker out. I need to do my class quest. I still haven't done that yet. All the music changes in here. It's pretty cool. Spooky.
I miss control maps.
I like the attack maps. Those are my favorite. Where you control just a point. I don't like the push robot game mode. I think it's very one-sided. If you don't win that first battle, it's almost impossible to win the game at that point. Can you? Yeah, but it's highly unlikely.
It's a rip-off of TF2, no doubt.
Everything Overwatch is a rip-off of TF2. Completely. It's not unique at all. Blizzard doesn't come up with anything unique at all. Blizzard used to be like the most innovative company, the #1 company in gaming, but it's for sure not anymore.
Dude, the PvE announcement was brutal.
Yeah, a lot of players are upset about that. I don't give a fuck because I don't care about Overwatch. But yeah, all the nerds were crying about it. I was just watching a video of all the different content creators crying about it. I mean, what do y'all expect?
I'm surprised they aren't sued for scamming people out of money.
Blizzard fucking lies so much now. It's unreal. The amount of promises they have broken over the years, I've lost. You can't even count them on your hands and toes. Like shit, World of Warcraft alone, they fucking lied so many times about this game over the years for different things. I don't know. They're just known as dropping the ball all the time now. Ever since Activision, they partnered with Activision, this company just went fucking to the fucking toilets.
I need a target.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Yo, turn around.
Why? Oh shit. Oh no! Don't kill me, bumpkins, please. Hey. Oh, there's Too Honest. Yo.
I won't kill you, haha.
That's my guy. That's my viewer in my chat right there. Bro, this lasts so long. All right, I want to kill this. I want to kill this guy really quick. Oh, there he is. We got this. Don't help either. I got this. I got this. I got this. Don't help. Oh, do you want to wait? Have you already done this quest? Too Honest? I think you have, right?
I got a quest, Toto.
Oh. Well, I'm doing this quest without you, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna pull aggro. This bitch fucking... Bruh. Oh, he's fucking my pet up. Oh, he's fucking him up. I have to fear him.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
I have to fear him again. If it'll let me. Oh my god.
You need SUC.
I don't have a target.
No, I don't. My pet died of poison damage. Got him. I don't need a succubus, bruh. Okay, bumpkins. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Hey, were you that guy that I met on my... No, wait, I don't think you were that guy. Never mind. Cool.
Bumpkins in chat too.
Your mind controlled me. Oh no, you blinded me. Yeah, this is... Yeah, he's in chat. He's just fucking around. Alright, bumpkins. I'd like to play my character now. Can you mind control me like a priest? Is that what that does?
I am your slave.
Oh, are you? Oh, you're my buddy now. How'd you do that? Mind control device? How long does it last? Oh, it don't last that long. It don't last that long at all. Rip. Are you my slave?
I got a swift pot and it lasted no joke 10 SECS.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I wish I had Hellfire. Oh, that's a big boy.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Your bow and arrow does all. Are you 60? I'm assuming you're 60, right? You nod at me, so I'm gonna
Yes.
Is it your main?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wish I was Horde.
Yeah, how often do you guys win your battlegrounds?
Horde mostly wins unless it's a pre-made, I think.
You think? So you don't definitively know? Dude, it's kind of crazy how
Like I won all my pre-mades today.
I mean, I hope so. It's kind of crazy how,
And only did a few non-pre-mades and won 3/10.
It's kind of wild
on
to
Avrag,
me.
I think.
I think it's wild that people
I just
think
came
that
back
undead
from
is
a
better than
year-long
orc.
break this week.
Well, welcome back. I need to get this guy to 60.
Sorry, what were you trying to say, LMAO?
I just think it's crazy that people think that undead's better than orc when it comes to certain classes. I think orc is, well, I guess it depends on your class. When it comes to rogues and warlocks specifically, I think orc is just far better for PvP.
Stun resist is crazy, but Will of the Forsaken is good too.
Yeah, but you don't need Will of the Forsaken because of the PvP trinket. Remember, in Classic, every class has a different PvP trinket. They're not all the same. So, look, Warlock.
Yeah, but having a trinket spot is huge.
You can't trinket stuns, though. What is the Warlock's biggest weakness? Stuns. So what am I gonna do? Will of Forsaken and this is like double Will of the Forsaken. That's like you don't need. That's overkill. What are you gonna fight? You're only gonna fight priests and warlocks that can fear you. Well, I guess a warrior can intimidating shout you. It's just rare. Like you're not gonna get feared as much as you are gonna get stunned.
Yeah, stun resist is up as hell.
It's OP as hell for... What do you want, man? What? What do you want? No. I don't want to help you. Fuck off. I'm trying to level. You're mage. You're broken. Bro. If this guy keeps annoying me, I want you to kill this fucking mage. Like... I have friends on the Alliance side that will take you out.
Don't grieve.
Not yet, not until
Already
I say.
killed high LOL.
You already killed him? Yo, that kid's so mad. He's so mad. That's kind of funny. Please, bro. I'm busy. What do you want? Alright, he keeps messaging me. Kill him again. Okay, now he's really annoying me.
Ha will do.
Just fucking kill him over and over. And make sure you teabag the shit out of him while you're at it. You annoying fuck. I said no. Stop fucking harassing me and whispering me. You're a mage. You're the most
LOL
broken
already was teabagging him.
Fucking...
That's terrible.
Well, he needs to stop begging, man. Nobody likes a beggar, bro. He's a mage. He's literally the most broken caster in the game. Like, no sympathy. None. Well, to be fair, Warlock is a little bit more broken than Mage when it comes to certain things in this game, like dueling and killing elites. He's hard trolling anyways. He needs to go AoE level, like all the other fucking good Warlocks do.
He's annoying me now.
He's annoying you now? Keep killing him, bumpkins. Get him.
Toho Nest, should I help him or kill him?
I thought those venture company higher-ups were
Yep,
slave
it's up to you, to honest.
But
Is he
then
annoying
I
you?
met Sputtervalve, the cruelest of them all. Ha! Though it's better than being out of a job, I suppose.
Nobody likes a beggar.
Or worse,
Kill.
working with that Jorenzo.
Yep,
If
there
you're
you
here
go.
to help,
There
I've
you
got
have it.
something for you to do. Terrible what the venture company has done here, eh? What were they thinking? Goblin company hiring a gnome. Lucky for me, Sputtervalve knows a genius when he sees one. Hired me just after I'd been kicked out. tells me they built some enormous wood-cutting machine, and Sput wants me to steal the plans for him. Unfortunately, Gorenzo, bloody gnome, wants me dead on sight. Maybe you could steal the plans for me. You should be able to find them on one of their operators.
I need more eggs, but
That was artful the way I just killed him.
artful?
Egg here.
I don't know where here is. I don't even know where you're at.
It's like you're Caesar and gave me a thumbs down to execute the gladiator.
Hahaha.
Yeah.
True. True.
IRP walked up to him.
And you just executed him where he stood? I like
Where
it.
the boss is.
I like it.
Yes, LOL.
Did you wave at him before you killed him? I wish there was cool, like, little nerdy, like, taunts you could do.
I bowed after.
Like you look at a player and you, like, give them a thumbs down.
You can slash chicken.
Yeah, but that's not as cool. I only slash chicken people when they're, like, scared to duel me. And I'll call them a pussy. And I'll slash chicken that. But I mean, like, you look at another player, like you walk RP up, how cool would this be if you RP walk up to him?
Like a finisher.
And you do like a thumbs down, like your character looks at him and you give the thumbs down, and then you just kill him. What the hell?
That would be epic.
Where the fuck did this thing come from? I've never seen this spider here. This is a big fucking spider.
I need a target.
AFK.
I need to sell some shit. Dude, everyone and their moms over here, I guess. Bro,
I died.
come on, man. I'm about to die because I'm being cocky. Actually, I should be fine, Loki.
The matriarch spawns from eggs.
Not every egg, but yeah.
I don't have a target.
Uh-oh. It's killing you, buddy.
That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target. Charging. I don't have a target.
Oh man, Warlock is just so fucking... I fucking love this class, man. It's just so good. It's just go, go, go. I got a question for you, Bumpkin, when you come back. Got the blueprints. Well, by the time I'm done doing this shit and I do my class quest, I'll be 22 and I can start doing SFK.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Same.
Charging. I need a target. I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target.
Man, we missed out on War Chief's blessing, bruh.
That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target.
What do I get after Amplify Curse?
Do you not have the Google Doc, man?
It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target.
It's easier to ask you.
After Amplify Curse, you want to start working on spell concentration. Get 5 points into that.
Charging. I can't cast that yet.
Really, all 5?
Yep. That's the bread and butter to what you're going to be doing. You're going to be drain tanking. So if you read what it says, gives you it'll be 70% when it's maxed out. 70% chance to avoid interruption caused by damage while channeling drain life, drain mana, and drain soul. And then you put 5 points in improved drain life. Basically it increases the damage of drain life and the healing you receive from it. That's what these two talents is what makes drain tanking the whole point of the build. And then the other most important talent is Dark Pact. This is how you get your mana. This is how you get your mana and life tap. You basically never have to drink or eat food ever again once you have that. You basically have an infinite resource of life and mana. You saw me playing on my Gnome Warlock. I never lose health. Like I just drain it. I just get drain life back to full health.
That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target.
How did you kill this elite boss?
The Voidwalker. Easy. I just spam feared it over and over. While keeping dots on it. Fear is broken. If you can fear an elite mob, you can kill anything. Anything you can fear, you can kill it. You can solo it. Oh, speaking of which, I need a...
What about Anna? Mana.
What do you mean, what about mana? What about it?
How do you get it back so easily and then health?
Right now? I just life tap.
Yes.
All I do is I cast my 3 dots and I wand. Very mana efficient. And then whenever I need a life tap, I just press life tap.
I need a target. I can't gas that yet. It's still recharging.
You have to remember there's mana per 5 in this game. So what that means is every time you're not casting a spell for 5 seconds, you start regenerating mana. That's why wanding is so important, because wanding is not considered a spell. So now, once 5 seconds pass, my mana bar start going up all on its own. Not very fast, but the more spirit you have, the faster it recovers. So like, spirit is a low-key fucking really good thing to get. But as warlocks, because we're going to be drain tanking, spirit is actually not that good for us specifically, because you just want to have as much health and intellect as possible. Spell power goes up, it trumps everything though. Yeah. Spell power is number 1. Especially shadow spell power. You want that more than anything, but where's all the more? Oh, you know what? It's fine. I need to go to the vendor really quick. Sell some shit.
Time is money, friend. Glad I could help.
Can't be bothered with this shit. Can't be bothered with this shit. Or this, or this. Spider silk though, we keep that. We're gonna need that later on for a recipe. Everything else we keep.
What food should I order?
In real life?
Aya.
I don't know, man. What's open right now?
Everything.
What's everything? I don't know. What do you guys have in Australia? You're in Australia, right?
Lots of stuff.
McDonald's.
Ew.
Good old fat American food, baby. Get fatted up. I don't know, Subway.
Macca's is so expensive here.
Hell's Macca's? McDonald's?
I would Subway but looking for dinner.
I don't know, my favorite kind of
Yes,
food is
Macca's is
hibachi.
Mickey DS.
Hibachi's my favorite. Hibachi and barbecue. Hibachi's probably my all-time favorite though. I love steak, shrimp, and chicken. With rice and sushi. I like sushi a lot too. I don't know, I like a lot of different shit. I like hot wings too. Hot wings are fucking the shit. Speaking of which, I have some hot wings in my fridge. I need to do my fucking class quest tonight before I get off. I want to get set up for SFK. Oh my god, I think I have to take a shit.
Let's see.
WOA man.
How am I supposed to understand this stuff? Can't figure out the way gnomes think. Let me
Oh
tell
my
you,
god, I think I have to take a
surprised
shit.
I
you
don't
built the
need to
wheel,
know when you
let
get
alone
off.
those flying machines they like so much. This envelope has all the information
Yeah, you
I was
do.
able
Everyone
to snatch
does.
as they booted me out the door. Venture company internal documents, some manuals, technical things. Oh, and of course, the Super Reaper 6000 blueprints. Sputter Valve has taken up residence at Ratchet in the Barrens. Shouldn't have much trouble finding him. He's a little green fellow.
He's a little green fellow. Good one. We're a blueberry. I don't know why the guy doesn't tell me to go to Sunrock Retreat. Just to get the fucking Hearthstone or the flight path. So I follow Zygor for the most part, but some of the things I ignore. Like, why would I not get the flight path here? It's not that far of a run. You know what I mean? It saves me time in the future. Like, I agree with this guide for the most part, but there are some little details that just don't make a lot of sense. I'm already not here. I'm not far away. It's not like I was way down here or way up here or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look at everyone making warlocks now. They just know. And that guy's smart. He's
But
an
usually
orc
there's a
warlock.
weird reason.
Well, this guide is tailored to speed leveling as fast as humanly possible, so that's probably why, but it's also flawed. It needs to be updated. I feel like the Zygor team needs to update this a little bit. So Rested XP is probably the better speed leveling guide, probably. But I've found some errors in that too, some flaws that don't make a lot of sense. So you just gotta pick your poison kind of thing. And I think Zygor overall is just better, cheaper, And it yeah, I don't know. I think it's better.
What? I'm afraid that I am no longer gentle or humble. Age and countless battles have
Oh, this is a staff.
Perhaps that is why Cairn assigned me to Sunrock Retreat. The gentle
Oh,
winds
we got that
of the
done.
sun does ease the pain.
That's my
Good hunting, adventurer. Basilith is an
elite
old
quest.
treasure in these parts. I will miss her not. Take this.
I will
reward
miss
as a
her
token
not.
For being the forest champion. Perhaps now many more will travel to Sunrock Retreat without fearing what lurks in the dark. Loktar!
Always talk to the bower to repair. And now we get the flight path. I want to fly to Camp Row. Alright. I have to take a shit. So I might have to go AFK for a little bit. I need to do my class quest. Wonder if we should just wait until 22. No, I should do it now. I have so many quests to turn in, bro. So many quests. What the fuck? Oh, I gotta take a shit. I can't hold it. I gotta poop. I'll talk to you on my phone.
What gross. Giving birth to a bus. Damn, I'm still flying. At Toho Nest. You still there? Yes, sadly. LOL. Why you sad? LOL. Don't wanna chat while you're on toilet. Ha 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 ha. It's the best time WYM. I can't kill this fucking spider.
wonderful. That's great. That's really great.
I would have got smoke a fag.
Okay, a fag is a cigarette. I know that. That's 100%.
Dodgy.
Yeah, that's my husband says dodgy the whole time. Yeah, it's a little shady, a little sketchy, and dodgy mate.
I'm so chuffed about this whole
Oh, I
trip.
say chuffed. I say chuffed
You do?
now. Yes, I do.
Okay,
Like
very
when you're
good.
excited, like, oh, yeah, I was quite chuffed, mate. Like, you're quite
Thrilled
chuffed.
to bits.
She's feeling chuffed. Feeling full of herself, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, you get, like, excited about something. I use chuffed. I actually like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm knackered today.
Tired.
Yep.
Tired, not.
Alright, I'm not watching that. Okay, I'm back. You can't kill the fucking spider? Bro, just fear it and dot it. What do you mean? I soloed it. We're the same level, dog.
Although we call this land the
Get with
Barrens,
it,
no one
man.
knows where to look. This place teems with life. Greetings, young one. You are here to walk the hunter's path? Very good. Let us begin.
I'm here to do my class
The fiercest
quest.
sun-scale raptor of the Barrens. He does not hunt for sport, nor for food. He hunts because hunting is his passion. He kills because it is his nature to kill.
Ogrimmar.
And you will learn of his nature, adventurer, for your path now follows the taloned tracks of Ishamuhale. Begin the hunt. Slay his favorite prey, a Jevra. Then bring its carcass to the dead tree northwest of Ratchet. Ishamuhale will smell the carcass and be drawn to it. Be ready when he comes.
I deserve diamond. I am disappointed. You know it's bad when moist critical covers Overwatch 2 news? Who cares?
They say my biceps are the biggest muscle in my body. But I say, oh really?
How do you spell Habuki?
They say my biceps are the...
Hey, what? How do you spell hibachi?
That food you were talking about.
That looks about right. Hibachi. I don't know. Hibachi.
Here's what I found.
Oh, it's Hibachi.
Hibachi.
Yeah, like that. Yep. Japanese steakhouse food.
He's ringing me on Baynet.
On Baynet?
No rest and Neeby.
Man, what's up? Yo, dude!
Why is it still ringing?
Welcome to the BNet call.
Get me out of here.
To be heard. The VC. Hello? It was bugged. Hello?
Close Baynet. I'm fucking reopening it.
I do a little bit of trolling. It was a little bit of a goof, you know?
Okay.
I'm like, won like 4 games and I still didn't get top 100. If only they added like a number system for me to find out if I'm gonna get it. Pick up the phone!
What's up?
Wall climb doesn't work. Dude, sometimes the TP just straight up puts you so far away from your allies. It's ridiculous.
It's time for the Lucio guide.
Huh.
Oh.
Should I get butter chicken?
Carry on, carry on.
Or
Oh my god, real one again.
fish curry? Or tikka masala?
I don't know what you're
Dude, no.
saying.
Okay, wait. I can rush main 3, 2, 1. Me when I whiff every shot on Ana, but like
Hit sushi, get Beauty and the Beast
Which
roll.
curry is best?
I don't eat curry, so I don't know.
OMG.
Fallen.
No way.
Hold on.
He is being a distraction, Lucio.
I'm under attack.
Curry is amazing. Why? Don't you eat it?
Is it? No. I don't know if I've ever had it, honestly. It's like fish, right?
What?
3-man beat.
Thor crazy bro.
Actually, 4? Oh. Fuck. I'm okay, actually.
There's 3 of us here, so we'll just...
Carry literally one. Dude, oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go for you. Diving on her.
Oh my.
Carry,
No! Oh my god.
Hey, C9.
Wait.
The fact that I was able to just ego that Kiriko while the Genji was on me that entire time. Alright. Yabba dabba doo. We did it, everyone.
Kiriko's so broken.
Yippee!
What a dumb hero. Teleport through fucking walls and it makes you invincible during the teleport.
Oh, about that. Nice.
Why didn't I grab this quest while I was here earlier, man? What's wrong with me?
Oh shit! No!
Anakanai, nice.
A lot is.
You shut your whore mouth.
The time has come for you to learn more of the summoning magics. You will learn to summon a succubus, a creature of incredible mental powers. It can lull
You
those
don't
of the
eat
weak
curry for
minds
one.
into its servitude, but have no fear. I feel certain that you will be equal to the challenge. A succubus can only be summoned when baited with an item that represents great devotion and love. I leave it to you to find such an object. A suggestion? Speak with Kazul. There seems to be little the ancient warlock does not know.
And since you're gonna be feeding a lot of rank
No!
You are still new to your path, but I sense the possibility for greatness in you. You were born with gifts, adventurer. See that they do not go to waste.
I didn't even know there was anybody in this building
But
right
of
here.
course, that is not why you have come to speak with me. If Gunrul has sent you to me, it must be that you are to summon a succubus and need an object to use for enticement.
No.
If you trust a blind man to lead you, adventurer, then listen. In the bluffs of Orgrimmar, west of the Wind Rider Tower, lives Zanka. She waits for you.
Have you come with news of Dogrin?
What the fuck?
He
I
was
just
to have
checked your
returned
healing
days
too.
ago, and I have
Buddy,
heard nothing.
what's going on?
My mate, Dogrin, was recently sent to the crossroads for duty. It was a promotion, and he was very proud. I was sad, of course.
I have
didn't
more
let him know
damage than
that.
you have healing.
And worried too. The Barrens is a more dangerous place than Orgrimmar, and I feared the worst. Now it's been a week after his return.
No.
And I've received no word from him. Perhaps you could go to the crossroads and see if they have any news. He worked with Gazran.
Perhaps.
He should still be stationed there.
Zankaja, that's Dogran's mate, right? Yeah, I've heard from him, but it's not the sort of news we should let get back to her. No, he's not dead, but he is injured and a prisoner of the Quill Boar. He was stationed at Camp Taurajo, where we've been trying to weed out the Quill Boar. He led a few grunts to one of their camps, where he was hurt bad. The others made it back and tried to rescue him. He was in bad shape. His wounds festered, so they were afraid to move him without patching him up first. They
So
sent
after
a
40, you
message
kind of
here,
get to choose where you want to go with your
requesting a healing
talents.
from the trolls of the
I think what I'm gonna do
at
is
the
I'm gonna
base
make
of the
my way
Stone
down
Talon
to
Mountains. We sent someone to get
Solburn.
it, but they haven't returned yet.
I kind of want to do Nightfall too. I wonder if I'll have enough points to do that. Do a Nightfall Soulburn build. Won't have enough to get to Ruin, unfortunately.
What's that?
So 40...
Pretend
Yeah.
I'm a noob for a sec.
What's what? So if you read Dives, the guide, it tells you you have a lot of freedom after you hit 40. You can do offensive...
Soulburn.
Soulburn is a talent. Instantly blast a target. It's like an execute. the target dies within 5 seconds of Shadowborn and yields experience or honor, the caster gains a soul shard. This thing gets heavily buff in Wrath, if I remember correctly. And Kata. Warlock just kind of stays strong. I like classes that are like extremely fucking good in 1v1. Like historically, Warlock, Shadow Priest, Death Knight, those are the best like 1v1 classes historically. But I don't know about now, like on retail. I don't know what's probably Destro. Destro is like the #1 DPS right now, but Enhancement Shaman seems pretty crazy right now too on retail, but we don't talk about retail. So you can go utility if you want. You can go defensive if you want. Or you can go offensive. So improved Curse of Agony we could go into. Nightfall. So that's 3 points. Bane and Shadowburn. Which means we would have to choose one of these. Through Shadow Bolt. Reduce the mana cost of your destruction spells. Reduce the cast time of your Shadow Bolt and Immolate spell. And your Soulfire spell. Oh, that's huge. Decreases the cast time of Shadow Bolt and, more importantly, Immolate. Since Immolate is a part of your rotation and is typically cast at the beginning, this will speed up the application and result. Increasing your grinding speed, this also makes a large difference in dungeon groups. Take improved Shadow Bolt on the way to this. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm glad it says that. So this into this into this. So what would that be? That would be so 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and then 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, I think is what I want to do. Or in its reality that you will have to face some higher level mobs and occasionally players, this talent will greatly increase your ability to handle these situations, allowing you to land critical fears, maintain high damage, and life drains. Doubles your normal mana regeneration when not casting spells, allows normal mana regeneration to continue while casting. This talent will act as a reasonable bonus to your mana system for the later levels, but early on it will not be much better than the regular regeneration wandering. There's also other issues slash considerations with taking this talent. See the blah blah. Increase the damage of Fireball, Fire Shield. Also increases the stamina bonus. Get the Succubus. This talent is very good after you get the Succubus. This talent is very good after you get the Succubus. Wait, what? Before you get the Succubus. bonus of blood type. Before you get the succubus, this town is very good. After you get the succubus, this is only useful for doing dungeons to buff your party. Ah, yes, correct. So,
Greetings. Grundig Darkcloud is dead. Adventurer, I will always be grateful for what you've done here today. Kaya is alive, Adventurer. I have you to thank for rescuing her. Tell Tamra Winfield, Kaya's aunt who's at Sunrock Retreat, about the good news. Kaya is alive.
How much health mana do you have?
Attack on our village. Follow the path to the west to get to Sunrock Retreat.
Bravely done, adventurer. We may ultimately need the wisdom of Tauren elders to calm the spirits of Stone Talon, but ridding the venture company of
how much
its
mana do I
personnel is a
have?
good
1105.
first move against them. To truly tend the spirits
So
of
I
Stone
think
Talon,
what
we
I'm
must
gonna
consult
do-
the Tauren elders. I do not know many of their leaders' names, but I do know of one, Magatha.
How much
I have
health?
heard that she is
Actually,
very old and she
instead
knows
of-
much. If anyone can marshal
instead of
spiritual
specking
aid from
into
the
this
Tauren, it
at
is she.
all,
Magatha resides in the Tauren capital of Thunder Bluff on Elder Rise.
first
the
you want
city's
to think this
northeastern
talent
bluff.
does much
Speak with
for
Magatha
drain
and tell her of the
tanking,
peril of
since
Stone
mobs
Talon
are in your
Mountains.
face most of the time.
There is
However,
a
it
relation to the
enables
spiritual magic
safer
of
pulling and
shamans
gives
and
you
the
more
natural magic of
distance to
druids.
apply dodge
This is why we
and
shamans
drain
can
before you
hear the
begin
plea
taking
of the
damage.
spirits of Stone
Additionally,
Talon.
you can drain
Many of their whisperings are
fear
lost to me,
targets
but
far
one message,
away.
one vision
This is a
clear.
must-have.
I saw a vision of two man-shaped machines in Windshire
Really?
Crag, northwest of Great
Is
Wood
it a
Vale,
must-have?
felling trees with impossible speed. These metal beasts must be stopped. In my vision, the machines
I
were
don't
marked
know.
with strange symbols. XT 4 and XT 9.
I feel like it's not a must-have, but maybe. Sorry, I was... How much health? 573.
Did you get the ring?
What ring? I don't have any rings.
Ring of Scorn.
Nope. I don't even know what that is. No clue what that is, my dude.
Another orc, eh? I hope you haven't come for the other. He didn't make it. Those goblins did him in good.
I'm about
He
to
said
be
he needed a
22,
healing
mate.
draft, but not much
Turning
else.
this quest over here, since I'm here.
Same.
Sweet, Mom. Good news. Perhaps we will have fewer unwanted dinner guests tonight. Many thanks, adventurer. We are forever in your debt.
Oh, this is a weird path. Follow the path.
Are you gonna use Succubus?
Oh yeah, for sure. As soon as I get the succubus, I get rid of my Voidwalker. I only have the Voidwalker out if I'm doing like a really hard quest or something like that. Succubus is just faster.
That's how I felt with Imp.
Well, Imp is technically faster, but like I said, Voidwalker's just safer. Imp is more damage, and it's faster in a shorter fight, but if you're chain pulling over and over and over and over...
With the sacrifice so safer.
The Voidwalker is just better, because it's tankier, and you can just keep chain pulling over and over. You can't do that with an Imp. You have to stop at some point, let the Imp recover its mana. And the succubus is just going to be your mana battery when you hit level 40.
I'm so high right now.
Do you smoke every day or something?
Is THAT funny?
I don't know.
Is me being high funny?
Well, I can't tell. I definitely want... Oh, fuck. An instant, nearly mana-free pet every 15 minutes. It'll also give you a cheaper, faster demon summon in between cooldowns. This is typically used to summon Voidwalker for sacrifice in dire situations, which is very good, except that you won't be able to get these until you're nearly 60 anyway, so this won't help you level for the most part. True. True, because it's so far down on the list. Eldom and Master Summoner. It's kind of down there. So you would get like Demonic Embrace, Approved Healthstone. What else would you get? Increase the maximum mana of your Imp, Voidwalker, Succubus. Oh, that's a no-brainer. You would just get 5 points into that. Oh, wait. 0 for 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1. Oh. 2, 3. I guess 4, 5. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to have...
best build for using demons?
What do you mean by that question? I don't understand your question. What do you mean, what is the best build for using demons? It's not... Yeah, I don't understand your question.
It's fun to sue demons to me. Use.
If you're just trying to like buff your demons, I guess demonology, but that's not why you go that spec. If you're trying to be the tankiest, most OP 1v1 spec in the game, it's SL Warlock, which is Soul Link. But you don't worry about that until you're 60. You don't do that while you're leveling. Just do drain tanking. It's better. Soul Link.
Okay.
Soul Link is not efficient to spec while leveling at all. Because then you have to hard cast all of your spells, and it would take forever. But Soul Link is very strong, and you will be fucking OP when you have it. It's the only damage reduction ability in the game that I'm aware of that a class can have. Basically, what you would want to do is you would want to get 5 points into Demonic Embrace, 5 points into Felt Intellect, 1 point into Feldom. You want to get what else do you want to get? You want to get 2 points into improved Hellstone. I don't know if it's fell stamped. I would have to look up the different vanilla WoW Warlock Soul Link talent build. PvP build. Classic Warlock PvP guide. SM Ruin, Demonology, SL Nightfall. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with the Nightfall version. You want to go Shadowburn. This fucking I think fucking Icy Veins is so dog water. Undead and Orc are equal in classic PvP, both throwing benefits against different matchups. Destruction Nuke PvP talent build. Demo Tank talent build. This is more of a longevity spec, but doesn't quite have the oomph of items doesn't quite have the oomph in terms of damage you get from Destro spec. What you get is a spec that can shrug off mass blows and still fight Disruptor either in Warstrong Ultra AB. This spec makes a great solo base defender in AB and can wreak havoc in Warstrong Gulch front lines.
My Wind Riders are trained to fly quickly through the hot Baron's air.
Yep, I don't agree with Wowhead either. Let's see here. Let's see if WoW is Classics got it right. SL spec 73311. Yep, so this is it. This is the spec. So this website got it right. I need to know why they spec'd into... Okay, this is weird. So they go 1 point into improved. So yeah, why though? Improved Succubus. Flash of Pain, Soothing Kiss. Issue second seduction. Oh, I know why they do that. That makes sense. Well, you are not casting that, I guess, right? So... Huh. Oh, they go all the way down in a fucking improved Spellstone. Master Demonologist. Okay. This is primarily a survival oriented spec. Demonology's ultimate talent Soul Link basically transforms you into a tank. This comes at the cost, however, and your damage will be notably less. That being said, Warlocks are geared towards longer fights. At the end of the day, your damage will be more than adequate. Your ability to actually stay alive, allowing you to catch up more fragile damage dealers. This 30 specs talents are all focused around your what? Mandatory talents to increase your survivability. Demonic Embrace, Improved Hellstone, Soul Link, Improved Spellstone. Dude, listen to all this shit you get that makes you so fucking tanky. Demonic Embrace, increase your stamina by 15%. Improved Hellstone, make your Hellstone 20% stronger. Soul Link, you do 3% more damage, and 30% of the damage dealt to you is dealt to your summoned demon instead. But it can go up to 40% when you're fighting melee. Improved Spellstone, absorbs 30% more magical damage. That's fucking insane. Master Demonologist, you take 10% less physical damage when your Voidwalker is alive. You gain 60 elemental resistance when your Fell Hunter is summoned. Useful when your enemies deal mostly magical damage. Fell Dom and Master Summoner, mandatory in order to resummon killed demons during a fight. Sacrifice can be used without wasting time. Damage wise, you mainly want to Corruption and spam Shadow Bolt, which curses you want to use depend on the situation. The targets or your goal. Shadow Burn is your finisher, used to execute low health targets or deal heavy instant damage in order to scare people away. If you're in danger, using Sacrifice with a summoned Voidwalker is a formidable panic button, giving you a massive shield. Don't hesitate to use Major Spellstone during this shield to absorb even more damage if you're attacked by casters. This also helps getting out of spells like Frost Nova or Polymorph to get rid of dot effects. Major Hellstone and Deathquell will also help you survive dangerous situations. SM Ruin spec. If your goal is to nuke down your enemies with massive hits, the Warlock's SM Ruin PvP spec should be of interest. Screw dots, you're now a demonic mage. Every time corruption ticks, you have a 4% chance to enter a shadow trance thanks to Nightfall, making your Shadow Bolt instant cast. This might not seem like a very high chance, but don't forget you can do multiple targets. This talent should be proccing fairly often. You want more than your fear spell to control your enemies, and usually you want to summon a succubus who will help you control enemies with seduction. Damage wise, your corruption should be wreaking havoc in the enemy ranks, especially if you have great gear. It's very satisfying to watch your enemy's health bars slowly, but I can't say that word, I don't know what that is. Inexorbitantly melt. The goal is to maintain corruption on as many targets as possible. Don't forget pets. If your corruption isn't enough to kill enemies, spam Searing Pain and Shadow Bolt whenever it procs. Execute your targets with Shadow Burn. Amplified Curse can be used on Curse of Agony to significantly increase its damage, or on Curse of Exhaustion to make its slowing effect stronger. To survive, you're mainly focusing on Drain Life, which also can proc Nightfall, and your other utility spells, Hellstone, Deathcoil. That's a fat slow. Drake Dog spec? What the fuck does that mean? Named after the notorious Korean player who came out with the spec, the Drake Dog spec is all about doing fire damage quickly with Conflag. The spec is only for well-geared players. So basically, until you get gear, you want to go SL spec. And then maybe SM Ruin. Because you can raid with that, and you can farm and do dungeons, and then the good old Drake Dog spec, the full-fledged Conflag spec. Ignites the target. Next, the target that already affected by immolate, dealing 240 damage and consuming the immolate spell. Fuck, we gotta find a spot for that later on. Probably where fucking Agony's at, or actually, I'll probably get a number 2.
OMG.
Did you finally kill the spider?
Well, it's about time.
You can't die from light tap.
Waiting for this. We need to get this out to him right away. But
No,
most
you
of the
can't, but
grunt
it can get
station
you
here
extremely
Yeah, I killed
low.
it ages ago.
You've made it this far, so if you want to see this through to the end, I won't stop you. I can't spare you any additional manpower, though. You'll be on your own. Dogrin is being held
Fuck,
in a
man, I'm
Guild
getting
War camp
tired.
to the north of here.
I'm
Look for a
22.
group of 2 huts. He'll be heavily guarded. That is, if they haven't killed him
4
yet,
o'clock in the
or
morning.
he hasn't succumbed to his wounds. Good luck.
What's my pet out throwing me?
I don't like this place.
Oh, my mans don't like this place.
I can't guess that yet.
I don't have a target.
Got it.
Is demon armor better
Yeah,
than me in skin?
correct. Just read it. But yeah, it is, of course. Increase the armor by 210, shadow resistance by 3, and restores 7 health every 5 seconds? Absolutely.
But it's so mana expensive.
It's a buff that lasts 30 minutes, dude. It's not that big of a deal. That is the one thing that's semi-annoying about Warlocks, is you have to constantly rebuff yourself a lot. But at least you're just buffing yourself and you're not buffing an entire raid like fucking mages have to do, or priests. Fuck that shit. Or paladins. I don't remember doing this quest.
I like a hailing butt.
See, this is why first aid is mandatory, more so for Warlock than anyone, because of life tap.
Foul tasting. I can feel the strength in me now, enough to hobble away. But my leg, I will have lost it for the rest of my life. My arm, too. Zankaya is young and beautiful, to be chained.
So what do I have to do after this? Do I have to go to wetlands or some shit?
Leave me, adventurer, and thank you.
I haven't done
may end my
anything
life in
challenging
glorious
yet.
battle instead of a lifeless husk. And please, I would ask you not to tell my
Doesn't
native
someone
wisdom.
else have a skill like that?
Guilt on my conscience.
Have a skill like what?
It's too far away.
Life tap.
No, not that I'm aware of. No. Mages have evocate. You regenerate your mana by like fucking 200% or something insane, or for 400% or something like that. Some insane number over like 8 seconds or something like that. It's a channeled spell, but it's on an 8-minute cooldown. So, and then priests, yeah, priests don't have anything. Priests have a thing called Spirit Tap. So what that does is if a priest gets a killing blow on a target, they regenerate, their spirit is increased by like 100% or something insane. And they just start regenerating mana pretty fast. That's why stacking spirit on a priest is like crucial. Because you just regenerate like stupid amount. That's why the wand spec is really good with that too. So you get 5 out of 5 wands, and then you get 5 out of 5 spirit tap. You basically don't go So basically, you cast Mind Blast on a target, you put Shadow Word Pain on them, and then you just wand them to death. Or you Mind Flay them. Whatever's more powerful at the time. But usually it's the wands that does the most damage because your wands are being buffed by 25%. Like, there's nothing stronger than a twink, level 19 twink priest with wands, with the gravestone scepter. The only thing that can beat it is maybe a twink rogue and maybe a twink hunter. Twink hunter is like the best, and then maybe a twink paladin. I don't know. All 4 of them are like really good.
Even VSL VL60.
Well, what do you mean? Like, you're level 19 and they're level 60? I mean, if they're level 60 with best in slot gear, they should kill everything in the game. Man, I'm getting fucking tired. I don't think I'm gonna be
You
able to
said
complete
nothing
this.
can beat it?
Okay. You're being a little what is the word I'm looking for? Pedantic? Pedantic? Is that the word I'm looking for? Pedantic. Pedantic. Pedantic is an insulting word used to describe someone who annoys others by correcting small errors, caring too much about minor details, or emphasizing their own expertise, especially in some narrow or boring subject matter. I don't know if pedantic is the right term for you in this situation. Yeah, you're kind of being pedantic a little bit, I guess.
I forgot what we were talking about.
You were being hyperbolic, or I was being hyperbolic, and you took it a little too literally. You took it little. You were being pedantic. Yeah, actually, that kind of works out. I don't know. I was talking about. You were asking if there's another spell like Life Tap.
Okay.
And then I told you that priests have a talent called Spirit Tap, which it's not an ability they press. It's a talent that they spec into, and when they kill a target, they regenerate. Their spirit regeneration is like 100 or 200% more, or something crazy, something like that. So basically, they just don't go as long as they're getting the killing blow. That plus the wand spec makes them very efficient levelers. They're not as fast as Warlock, or they're not as efficient as Hunter. Okay, if you're doing straight up questing,
But are there any skills like Life Tap or similar?
that would be the closest. Like press button wise, the only thing that gives you mana, well, I guess Innervate counts as well,
Even
right?
in retail.
Oh, retail?
Or
I mean,
health.
that's a whole nother can of worms. I don't know. I mean, you have, I don't know. I don't know.
That fills up any abridged.
What? Mana's not really a problem in
He
retail,
says weird
though.
stuff.
If you tell me that this will suffice,
The TDS
then I
guy.
trust you, adventurer. Allow me to clean it, though. Pristine and shining. It may be even more enticing to a succubus. Take this to the summoning circle in Neru's tent, adventurer. Summon forth a foul succubus.
I typed Toto.
Then show it your mastery. I believe in the strength of your
Oh
magic.
my god, this was the
As always,
easiest
though, be wary for pride
quest
and
ever to get a succubus.
And he says Toto not to do.
I'm getting succubus right now. This is so easy.
so that I might deliver the
Why
news
did you have to go to
Zancaja.
wetlands for the soul shard bag? Is that what you're talking about? This is a joke. Getting succubus right now. Fucking cake.
Yeah.
Fucking cake. It's the cakest thing ever. I took your soul,
You're
bitch.
making me hungry.
By saying cake. I'm about to eat.
Success! Be sure I expected nothing less from my star pupil. You
Reach
have
level
proven your
30.
worth, and gladly
Me
will I
too.
show you the method of summoning your subdued
Wait, I got my
Go
soul.
now, you have much
Wait.
to learn, and when next
What?
I see you, I will expect you to have found true
I just got
mastery over
everything.
your succubus. Leave the sorrow of Dogran and Zancaja to those of us who are longer in years, but remember it, and hold it as protection against the wiles of
Demon
the dark
trainer.
power you have learned to summon today.
22. Let's see what we get at 22.
I did Succubus Quest and Incubus.
Oh, you did the incubus. That's why. I'm not doing the incubus. There's no point. Ooh. That's probably why you got ganked. God,
One
that
you
was
had to go to wetlands.
that was so much easier than the Alliance version. Fuck Alliance. I had to work so hard to get that fucking quest done on Alliance. That's so horseshit, man. Fucking Horde is just so much better, man. I just had to talk to a few dudes. That's it. There's way more work.
I got 2 soul bags, but
You got 2 soul bags? That's weird.
yes.
Alright, now watch. So we put all these down here. I don't know why I haven't done that yet.
I did this.
Okay, and then this goes here, and this goes there. And now, all my souls, hearts, woo! Sweet. I gotta wait till 30. We got a succubus now.
I can hold 24.
I don't know what quest you did then. That's weird. There's no more quests for me to do. Alright, we need to go to the auction house.
I had to get 2 lovers' hearts.
Oh, I did pick up that. Speak with someone. Oh, I gotta go. Oh. Yeah, that's how you get the incubus. It's not worth it in my opinion. The incubus is... it's a male version of the succubus. It's stupid. Blizzard put that in the game to not be fucking sexist or transphobic or something. I don't fucking know. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It seems like it's seeing how you talk to Echo.
It's like they gotta put... I think it's like a feminine gay demon or something. I don't fucking know, man. Blizzard's fucking cringe and far left. That's politics for you. That's why the company's fucking going woke and going broke. Fucking stupid. That's my fucking understanding about it anyways. I don't know if I want to sell that. I don't think I do. I think what I want to do is keep it for bank stuff.
Food's here. He'll still watch.
I'm about to get off here in a minute anyways. Engineering. Stop slapping your ass, slut. At a 150, we're close. I could just level it up really quick, I suppose. But I can't be bothered. It's almost 4:30 in the morning. Alright, we finish this tomorrow. Going to bed. Peace.